Peter Bol, 32 years old, 3 Olympics, 1 Commonwealth Games silver medal. This year, he came to Ostrava with one goal: to make history. What he ran that night broke a record for the entire continent. Peter Bol grew up in Perth, Western Australia. He was born in Khartoum, Sudan, and arrived in Australia at age 8. He started running at 16. No big junior titles, no early fanfare. Just a kid on a track in Perth who was faster than anyone expected. He moved to Melbourne in 2015 to train under coach Justin Rinaldi, the man who has steered his career ever since. His rise was measured, not meteoric. He chased qualifying marks across Europe. He missed the 2018 Commonwealth Games through a stress fracture. He ran heats at the 2017 and 2019 World Championships and did not advance. By the time he arrived at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, most fans outside Australia had never heard his name. That was about to change. At those Tokyo Games, Bol broke the Australian 800-meter record twice in 2 days. He crossed the line in the semi-final in 1 minute and 44.11 seconds and became the first Australian man to qualify for an Olympic 800-meter final since Ralph Dubell won gold in 1968. He went into that final ranked 19th in the world. He came out of it in 4th place, missing bronze by just over half a second. It was the highest finish by an Australian man in any individual track event at the Olympics in 33 years. Not a medal, but a performance that told anyone watching that this was a runner with a special ceiling. That moment locked him into Australian sporting history before he had even reached his physical peak. The country had a new face for middle distance running, and that face was 32 years old and still getting faster. After Tokyo, Bol went to Birmingham 2022 and won silver at the Commonwealth Games. He ran 1 minute 47.66 seconds in a tactical final behind Kenya's Wycliffe Kinyamal. It was his first major international medal. He became the face of Australian middle distance running, but 2023 brought the hardest moment of his career. In January, he received a provisional doping suspension from Athletics Australia following an out-of-competition test. The charge was cleared. His B sample came back with an atypical finding, not a positive, and Sport Integrity Australia officially cleared him in August 2023. He had done nothing wrong, but months of his career had been spent on defense rather than racing. He returned to compete at the Budapest World Championships later that year and was eliminated in the heats. Then came Paris 2024, his 3rd Olympics, where he was eliminated in repechage, 3 Olympics. No medals. He was the most decorated middle-distance runner Australia had produced in over 50 years, and yet the defining performance kept slipping past him. Some athletes absorb those near misses and get slower. Bol got faster. Peter Bol arrived at the 2025 season with a new target. He was 31 years old and he was not finished. In April, at the Australian Championships in Perth, he won his 4th national 800-meter title in 1 minute 43.79 seconds, a new national record. He went to Europe and kept lowering it. In Monaco on July 11th at the Hercules Diamond League, he ran 1 minute 42.55 seconds. That performance wiped 1 full second and 24 hundredths off his previous national record in a single race. It was the fastest 800-meter ever run by an Australian. Bol now held the Australian 800-meter record outright. He was ranked 14th in the world at the event. The man who had been written off during his suspension was running the best middle distance of his career at 31. He also ran the 2nd fastest 1,000-meter in Australian history during that season, giving a clear signal that his range across the middle distances was growing. He went to the Tokyo World Championships in September 2025 and was eliminated in the 800-meter heats. That result stung, but Bol had trained under Justin Rinaldi for years, and Rinaldi had built one of the most consistent middle-distance programs in the world. The plan was not finished. When the 2026 World Athletics Indoor Championships came to Torun, Poland in March, Bol made a decision that surprised some of his rivals. He had not raced indoors in 7 years. He entered the 800-meter 8. He progressed through rounds. He won his semifinal in 1 minute 46.21 seconds. He reached a global final for the first time since 2022. In the final on March 22nd, he ran 1 minute 45.14 seconds, a new Oceanian indoor record, finishing fourth behind gold medalist Cooper Lutkenhaus, Elliot Creston, and Mohamed Attaoui. Fourth in a world final, again. But this time, the context was different. He had qualified for a global final on an indoor track for the first time in years. The fitness was building. The season was only beginning. He was ranked 14th in the world. The outdoor season was fast approaching, and the Glasgow Commonwealth Games were 4 months out. The Ostrava Golden Spike on June 16, 2026, was the 65th edition of one of Europe's oldest track meets. On a night that would become famous for Noah Lyles setting a world best in the 150, the 1,000 meter sat in the program as a supporting event. Bol lined up against a field that included world 1,500-meter champion Isaac Nader, American Hobbs Kessler, Dutch runner Samuel Chappell, Croatian Marino Blaudek, and Irish Diamond League winner Mark English. The 1,000-meter is a rare distance. It is long enough to require a middle-distance runner's endurance, short enough to punish anyone who lacks the sprint to close. Bol has always been a closer, a man who sits and waits and then fires. In Ostrava, the strategy was the same. He held his position through the opening laps while the field compressed into a tight pack. Then, coming around the final bend and into the home straight, he shifted gears. The move was precise. Not a panic sprint, a calculated push. The kind that only comes from a runner who knows exactly when his body is ready to go. He came through Chappell. He came through Blaudek. He crossed the line in 2 minutes, 15.13 seconds. Chappell took second in 2 minutes, 15.20. Blaudek was third in 2 minutes, 15.40. The margin between first and third was less than 0.3 of a second. It was the kind of race that hinged entirely on when a runner decides to commit. Bol committed at exactly the right moment. Nader, the world 1,500-meter champion who had been expected to challenge for the win, finished 8th. The 1,000-meter had found an unexpected champion. The time of 2 minutes, 15.13 seconds, set a new Oceanian record at the distance. It stands as the fastest 1,000-meter ever run by any athlete from the Oceania region. It also became his personal best at the distance by a clear margin. Peter Bol is not a man chasing records for headlines. The 1,000-meter is not his primary event. The reason the Ostrava result matters is everything it signals about where his fitness sits in mid-June, 6 weeks before the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. A runner does not set a continental record in a discipline he rarely contests, unless something is clicking at a very deep level. That performance confirms the building block work of the entire year is holding together. At Birmingham in 2022, Bol won silver. He has been selected to represent Australia in the 800-meter at Glasgow 2026. The Commonwealth Games run from July 23rd to August 2nd. That is 6 weeks after he ran 2 minutes, 15.13 seconds on a Tuesday night in the Czech Republic. His 800-meter personal best stands at 1 minute 42.55 seconds. That time made him the fastest Australian in the event's history. He holds 4 national 800-meter titles. He has reached Olympic finals and world finals and stood on Commonwealth podiums. He has been cleared of all wrongdoing, survived a public suspension, returned with faster times, and shown up to races older than most of his rivals.